Do you have sturdy legs, a strong back, and a heart for adventure? Well, step aboard for an incredible journey full of glorious scenery and entertaining puzzles, all out on the open fish tank? Thanks for stopping by Grade A Gamers for this no spoilers PSVR2 review of another Fisherman's Tale by developers InnerspaceVR and published by Vertigo Games. A review code was provided for this game, which has no impact on my opinions of it or those who made it. A sequel to 2019's highly prized and awarded A Fisherman's Tale, another Fisherman's Tale has you play as Nina, who, while packing up some keepsakes and hand-built models in the attic of her parents' house, reminisces over the fantastic stories told by her father, Bob, when she was a younger girl. As Nina recounts the telling of each story, the player is transported into the wooden toy model body of her father and tasked with solving a series of puzzles to complete the objectives for that particular part of the story. What Another Fisherman's Tale does particularly well in its execution is the way in which the various tasks force you to think in ways most puzzle games don't. Whether utilizing the PlayStation Sense to input RC car-like mechanics to control your detached hand like some maritime thing from the Addams Family, borrowing a buddy's fish torso to swim to new heights deep below the sea's surface, or simply moving Bob to a new scene to start the next chapter of the story, Another Fisherman's Tale is a delight from start to finish.
Could you be brave?
Another Fisherman's Tale clearly is a game that finds itself primarily in and around the sea, so expect to see a lot of it. No applause? Okay. The vistas are quite beautiful, and the game's art style is truly awesome to witness inside the VR space. Performance is impeccable, with a frame rate of at least 90 frames per second. Very little motion trailing occurs, and the image appears as sharp as the other visually impressive titles on the PSVR2.
There I crawled in a chromatis. I knew I could not put a foot wrong.
The sound is fantastic. I love the French accent of Bob's. The characters you meet along the way are all very well voiced. The sounds of the sea, the wildlife, the songs, the build-up to launching your head to gain a better perspective of your current puzzle. They're all really well done, and I cannot remember anything disappointing in terms of the sound or the music throughout my journey. Which brings up a potentially contentious issue for some players. I completed Another Fisherman's Tale in about 4.5 hours. Now, I was quick to recognize quite a few of the puzzles, so that could explain the brevity of the experience, but either way, this is on the short end of the spectrum. With that said, I commend InnerspaceVR for the length they chose to tell this wonderful tale. It just felt right. Any less, I may have felt that maybe I was a little shortchanged. Any longer, and I'd probably be looking back with a little less than gleaming recollection of the game. While I did not try the game seated, I do not believe it would offer any major complications whatsoever if you were to choose to do so. The menu system offers you myriad options to allow you the most comfortable experience possible. One last thing to note before we get to our final score. This game may be a bit much for those who fall victim to motion sickness or vertigo while playing VR games. While I had my comfort settings on extreme, because I'm waiting for a game to cause me to be sick or to completely lose my balance because, views, there are segments that I would assume that even with snap controls and vignetting, it might be a bit much for some people's inner ear to handle. All in all, I really enjoyed my time playing Another Fisherman's Tale, and I truly hope that the predecessor, A Fisherman's Tale, is ported to the new PlayStation 5 VR system. The game is charming, fun, engaging, and most importantly, heartwarmingly enjoyable. If you want a great VR game that doesn't test your reflexes or make you break a sweat, delivers an incredibly gorgeous, fun, and entertaining story, and respects your time as a player, I believe Another Fisherman's Tale is a great choice for you. And because of this, I give Another Fisherman's Tale a very well-deserved 8.75 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this review at least 1/10 as much as I enjoyed this fantastic VR game. If you found this review useful, or you just feel bad for the pain I went through in making it, hit the like and subscribe button. If you're feeling particularly generous, you can become a member, or you can join me on Patreon. I mean, I wouldn't, at least not yet, but I'm not your daddy, so I'm not here to tell you what to do. With all that ship said, thanks for stopping by, Grade A Gamers, and I hope to see you down in the comments.
Whether be ugly or fine.
So this was long before you met Mum?